I think at one level, people aren't really so aware regarding the assassination. If you look at points that, people aren't too familiar with, that it was a conspiracy. That the name John Wilkes Booth has in fact survived, but I think people are surprised, there were 8 others, and 4 of those were hanged, and one of those was a woman, and some got off, and some survived, and one of them, Arnold, actually wrote his reminiscences about his involvement. Presidential security in 1865 was virtually non-existent. They just didn't think those kind of things were American. That wouldn't happen. Nobody would kill a president. Even the Confederates wouldn't be evil enough to do it. Lincoln was not killed instantly. And they were called for doctors. Dr. Leal attempted to give some kind of CPR from the time. Determined, though, the wound was mortal, that Lincoln couldn't live, and decided, can we get him someplace out of the theater? And one Henry Safford, who lived in the Peterson house, had heard the commotion, so he opened the window and said, bring him here. So Lincoln was brought into the back bedroom and placed on Clark's bed. And of course, Lincoln being so big, he didn't fit exactly on the beds. And he died at 7:22 the next morning.
An open question is always going to be, what did John Wilkes Booth believe that he would gain by killing the president?
It would decapitate the government, that if you killed the president, you killed the vice president, and the Secretary of State, that might cause enough chaos that maybe it would still allow the Confederacy to continue. There were still Confederate armies in the field. General Johnston's in North Carolina. There were armies in the field in Texas, Kirby Smith.
There's the conspiracy to kidnap Lincoln, and then that is transformed chiefly by John Wilkes Booth, who's outraged after hearing the speech where Lincoln says he's going to give the right to vote to some black people. That's the metamorphosis that I think causes it to transform into the conspiracy to murder Lincoln. Lincoln really believed that the Constitution was an important document, but for him, his guiding light was the Declaration of Independence and its promise of equality for all men. Lincoln's a product of his day. He's a racist in the sense that he believes the white race is superior to the black race. And many who thought that black people should be freed and were in favor of emancipation, that didn't mean that they thought black people were equal. They just thought slavery was wrong. But the beauty of Lincoln and what makes him such a magnificent and a historically important figure is that he saw emancipation is not enough. If black people, now they've been freed, are going to have any meaningful life, they have to have political power. And John Wilkes Booth believes that Lincoln has betrayed the Republic, betrayed the Constitution. Wilkes Booth says America was made and created for the white man, not the black man. And here Lincoln is coming in, turning the world upside down. It's bad enough he wants to free the slaves, but now we have a president who wants to give them political power. For Booth, this was the end. He was going to kill Lincoln because he believed that murdering the president would stop the forces of not only emancipation, but this suffrage that black people were going to get if Lincoln lived.